Hi friends, this is Gretel from thelostandfound.com, inviting you to my dining room table for a little chat. When I was in the 4th grade, my mom said she would throw me a party and let all of my friends come. The only catch was, she said not only my friends, but I had to invite everyone in our entire school. You heard me right, our entire school. I went to a tiny little private school and there was only 2 rooms. So it wasn't that many people, but that meant the class bully Pearl had to come too. I was horrified. I said, Mom, not her. But Mom said, if I'm going to throw you a party, everyone has to be invited. So I went along with it. You know, my fears ended up coming true. She did make it a pretty unpleasant day, but it had some good times too. And now looking back, I can see my mom's wisdom. She did not want to make anyone feel excluded. In a small little place like that, if anybody would have heard that they weren't invited, it would have been crushing to them. So she did the right thing, and she taught me a valuable lesson. And today I wanted to talk to you in our video challenge, day 5 of the Speak Right Now video challenge, of something that really upsets me. Something that can seem so innocent, but these days, social media can make a lot of people feel really isolated, really lonely. The other day I talked to you about things that I love, and things that I love include community, when people come together and they connect and they feel included. So one of the things that I really dislike and that makes me really upset is when I feel like people are left out, and when I see loneliness, when I experience loneliness or rejection, or people who feel like they're left out of circles and communities. And so how does that happen? Sometimes it looks really innocent. So I'll just give you an example or a little illustration, okay? Let's pretend you are throwing a dinner party and you invite all of your friends and you're all at the table and you have a delicious feast spread and you start eating. And then you look out your window because you've left all your blinds open and you see a hungry, starving person looking in at you with eyes that are just longing to be a part of what you have. If you looked out and saw that, what would you do? Chances are, being the good people that you are, if you saw somebody that was in need and you had a spread on your table, you'd invite them in, right? And yet, when we take to social media, we put our whole lives on display, all the amazing feasts and celebrations and parties and times that we have with great friends, and we throw open our blinds and we say, anybody who can, take a look, watch what we do, see how much fun we have, see what an amazing time together we have. The only strange thing is that on social media, we're so disconnected from each other that we throw open our proverbial blinds, but we can't see who's looking in. We don't know who's watching, who might be hungry, who might be just longing to be a part of our celebrations. And that really bothers me. And I think to myself, what can I do? I've been outside looking in, hungry for the connection and the fellowship that I see in other people's lives. And I know that I have put my life out there, my celebrations, because I was having so much fun and I wanted to celebrate that. But I know that there were people standing outside that I couldn't see on the other side of that screen who wanted and longed to be a part of what I have. So what do we do? What do we do about this? Well, I think we can just do small things, simple things really. For one, please, do you remember the good old days when we used to pick up the phone and call a friend and say, I had an awesome time with you last night. That was so fun. We talk one-on-one, right? Because it's between you and the other person. Remember the days of envelopes and letters where we would sit down and write out our thoughts to someone, what we felt for them, what they meant to us, and we'd seal it up and we'd address it. And who did we address it to? That person. It was an intimate relationship between us and them, and our thoughts were shared with them. I think we have gotten away from a private world of friendship and relationship, and I miss it. And I want to go back to it. I love a handwritten letter. I love talking face to face. And I think that in our technological world, there's a lot about it that's really great. Here I am speaking to you, and I'm glad for the opportunity. But let's not give up on those person-to-person, face-to-face contacts and reaching out that we can do. Because sometimes we use social media, Facebook, Instagram, to write personal messages to people that should just be that, personal. And yet, we somehow let everyone else be in on it too. And sometimes that leaves people on the outside looking in, feeling excluded or lonely. I know we don't mean to do it, but we could start there. And I also think that we should just keep in mind these words. Matthew 25, Jesus is talking to people, saying the times that they were serving him, maybe unaware. And he talks about how when I was hungry, you gave me something to eat. And I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger and you invited me in. I was naked and you clothed me. I was sick and you visited me. And we think of those in very tangible, real ways. You know, when we give food to the food bank and when we give clothes to a thrift store. And I think those are all ways that we can serve. But let's think about people in our lives who are hungry, who are lonely, who are looking in on our lives and are longing to be a part of the celebrations and the joys and the community that we share. And let's think of ways that we can invite them in real life into our homes, into our celebrations, at our kitchen and dining room tables, part of our feasts and celebrations. And you know, sometimes like that bully pearl, they are the people that are hardest to be around, but they're the ones who need to be there the most. So can you and I make a point of drawing them in and including them? And hey guys, I understand. There are times when you just want your special few around you. But let's, for those times, not spread it on social media as if it's okay for anybody to be part of. There's these great little tools that they've developed where you can put your pictures and your comments about a special event on a private page where just you and the participants, those that you invited, can see and watch, and the rest that are not a part of it don't need to be in on the pictures and the celebrating and the talking about it. Let's let some parts of our lives be a mystery. Let's let some parts of our lives be private. Could we please? Thanks everybody for listening to me. I hope this didn't come across as a rant. It's just something that I think I long for us to be more sensitive about, and I long for us to be more thoughtful. I long for us to go back to the days of social graces and a little bit of politeness and etiquette. So, something to think about today. Blessings. Talk to you later.